Anyway, we have Abu Najm. I think he's a Muslim. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm all right. How about you?
I'm fine. What do you think about Muhammad? Is
So,
he a good person or a bad person?
I mean, in my position, I think he's a good person, but
Explain to
others can
us.
have different views.
No, I
So,
am interested in your position. Give us
okay.
the reason to think he is.
So, here's the thing. Different people can be idolized or hated depending on who they helped or harmed throughout the path of their lives, right? Which is the case where you see some national heroes that are idolized by the country that they have because they had such an important role in independence and stuff like that, but they're completely hated by the surrounding region or the other groups that they fought against. And I think Muhammad alayhi salatu salam, fits that category.
All right. See, you are talking about like a person from an ethnic, then the neighbors who they are from ethnic group.
It
There's
could
a
be
problem.
controversial, it could be for any
Okay.
reason,
Okay.
not just
Uh,
ethnicity. Yeah.
what is the reason? What is the reason the family of Muhammad, the uncle of Muhammad, they hate him?
Wasn't it because he was lenient on
Because what?
Muhammad?
Because what?
Alayhi salam, it was lenient on him.
Lenient?
Like he was, it's because he was lenient with Muhammad, no? Alayhi salam.
What is the reason for that?
I'm not too aware. Like I'm not too into history to
Okay.
that extent.
Let
Yes.
us discuss me and you in a very like a friendly way.
Sure.
In your religion, in your books, if the prophet his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her. The prophet can F her. I'm not
If
insulting you. I'm not insulting you, but I'm saying, let us say Abu Najm, the prophet come
yes.
to visit him. Okay. And again, I'm not trying to insult you. I'm just saying, as an example,
Yeah, feel free. Yep.
he come to your house. His eyes
Mm.
fall into you, woman, which means he like your wife. And
Yes.
now, because the prophet he like your wife, you have to divorce her so he can sleep with her. What do you feel about this?
Of course, this question is basically, I think, on two levels of the individual. So obviously, there is a part of you that would completely be against that, but on the other hand, it's if you are a believer, right? If you're a believer, in that case in Muhammad alayhi salatu salam,
Uh-huh.
then that would be an obligation on your end.
Why it's an obligation to give your wife to a man? He claimed to be a good person. He claimed to be a good person. You are married to her. She is your wife. She is not his
Well,
wife.
here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Would he basically be marrying her against her will?
No. You say yes against her will because the husband.
No, I'm saying so the question of whether she will marry him or not, I think that falls on her.
First of all, there's
I
no
mean,
marriage.
in that scenario,
First of
right?
all,
Because you're
there is no marriage. The prophet he have 16 privilege, and it says clearly the husband must divorce her so the prophet can if her.
yes. So
Okay. So
so
it's
basically, my responsibility.
when it says a must, if there is now opinion or it's not up to you. It's a must.
So here's what I'm saying. My
Mhm.
responsibility is to divorce, right? What
No,
happens next is not.
no. This is not divorce because simply a divorce is your choice to
Oh,
divorce.
are
It
you
is
saying?
you
Yep.
must let your women go because the prophet his eyes fall into her. So this is a
Let me
privilege number
let me
10.
just let me just read this real quick so that I can resonate completely with what you're saying. Okay. Um, طلاقها.
Wow.
It says divorce. وجب على زوجها طلاقها.
Yeah,
So
okay,
I think in the first example we basically elaborated it well. So on my end, the responsibility is divorce. If that
How
is the
that is
case, then yes.
responsibility, my friend? You are divorcing by choice? No. It says wajaba, and you speak Arabic. Wajaba ala
Yep.
zawjiha talaqa. So
Yeah.
wajaba means
So
he must, he
yes, I would.
must. Okay. So now
I would.
I force you to divorce your wife. How he is a good man?
Against my preference, I would. But here's another thing. You know that in there is an interesting case that I don't think a lot of Muslims may know about. Right. One of the conditions of marriage, for example, is what they would say is kafa'at al-nasab. Right, where there would be like a lineage equivalence between the two.
How that
And
is
there was a
how that
what?
is a good religion? How that make Muhammad good nasab? Muhammad is from very bad nasab. His
No,
lineage
not
is very
him.
bad. Uh-huh.
Not him. I'm just saying in general, right? There are a few things that could divorce a person. Imagine if it's like a priest, right? They would basically bring two people together. So when we are getting married in the first place, on which authority are we getting married? And who restricted our marriage in the first place? So we see that the marriage was restricted and allowed, right, based on a certain Sharia by Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So if he is the person who brought it in, he can easily be the person that would annul it.
But you see here, all what we are seeing, Muhammad is forcing the man to divorce his wife so he can sleep with her, not because of any
Mm.
of the excuses you are making up. You are
No, I'm
just
not.
adding. Yeah, but
I'm
it
not
says here
saying.
in front of you, if his eyes fall into a woman, which means if he like a woman, what is their problem? Why the husband must divorce her? Because the prophet now he want her.
Yes,
So
I
the excuse
completely
you are
agree
giving
with
me.
that.
Okay, so why? I mean, the guy is married. Many women there. Muhammad, why you want to go after a woman? She is married, happily married. The husband, is okay with his wife. Why? Because I'm a prophet. I can take the wife of somebody. How you Muslim you claim that Islam command you to be a good person and not to look at the do Islam command you not to look at the wife of somebody or allow you to look at the wife of
Yes, but you want to see
guess what?
you want me to, yes,
Guess
but
what?
it does tell you to not look at the wife of somebody,
Can you show me?
but
Can you show me?
it's I don't think I can pull it off immediately, but I do know of Adl
No.
al-Basar,
Okay, I
which
will
is like
accuse you.
pretty
I will assume it exists. But this doesn't mean
okay.
Muhammad is a bad person because if Islam says to you, you should not look at the women; she is not yours, and this is what the Bible teach.
Mm.
Then Muhammad he broke his own religion, and he is being a bad person because
Here's
the one who look at the other women,
mm,
she is not his woman. Is he a bad person or a good person?
here's the interesting concept, Christian. Um, so this is a matter that still perplexes me, but I would like to just say how I would think of it, right? And answer your question directly. Like I don't like making, as you said, like making excuses or any of that kind of stuff. So when I was reading, right, on especially like let's talk about the Sunni branch here, right, which
Mhm.
is Sahih Bukhari, right?
Mhm.
It seems to me that the the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would break actions that other believers would be obliged by. So,
Mhm.
for example, let's say that you would have to drink water sitting, right, which is considered like the common thing. But once you go to the text, you see like, oh, he drank water standing. Or let's say like a couple of other examples, especially like when doing your business and the bathroom and stuff, he would face in a certain way, or other examples on those lines. So to me, it's kind of like a mystery, really, why he basically has like even when it comes to wives, which like because you would have four wives, but he can go beyond that. So it seems that he and like even by the obligations of him having qiyam, right, he has a different set of uh, obligations and the way that he works. So for the violation of the four which we had, which regular people have, it was for the reason of at least that's what I was taught, right? You may have looked into it in other places. It's for the sake of having alliances, and like starting alliances, and like in the beginning of his prophecy and all of that stuff. So I think if
until
he
now, you are not
violates,
giving me the
if
answer,
he
my
saw
friend.
her, yeah, if he saw her, then he saw something good in her, or something that was
Oh,
of
okay,
importance to his mission.
okay.
So
Listen,
yeah,
listen.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
I mean, what you gave me is really, I don't want to be insulting. So now you are saying to me, and again, I'm not trying to insult you. If I go to your house and you see something good in your wife, like let's say her butt, I like her butt, and now you are justifying that I am still a
you
good
won't like
person.
it. You won't
Maybe.
like it. You as an
Why?
individual, you will not like it whatsoever.
Why?
Honestly, I'm saying, like, you're asking me like a straight, because to you obviously you would want to
What
be with
Muhammad
your
he
wife, just
liking
like
this woman?
just like
Listen, first of
yeah.
all, how he allowed to like women if the woman is married? Shouldn't he prevent himself? Shouldn't he say to himself, shame to do? What is sin about? If I accept or I wanted to take anything I like, I mean, there is you walk in the street, there's a
Let me
so
um
now so now
yeah,
what you are
go ahead.
saying to me, obviously the prophet he saw
Hmm.
something in those women, and because
Hmm.
they have something he like, he can take her.
Hmm.
Well, what about the
Yeah,
other guy? Can he take the wife of Muhammad?
no, but
Why?
he can't
No.
even marry the wife of him if she was divorced, because that's a thing. But
Okay.
can I bring it close
So
to an
here we
examples that
notice.
we already know?
So now we hear we need what we heard from you that Muhammad have a privilege. He can take women of everybody. Nobody can take, even if they are divorced. Correct?
Yep. But let
Okay.
me like,
Why?
can I bring an
Why?
example
No. Why?
of
Why
something?
Muhammad? Why Muhammad can take your wife, but you cannot take his wife, even if he divorce her, even after divorce, even if he die.
Okay, but can I say something first? I will go back to your point.
Oh.
So let's relate it to something that we both know, right? Something that is very, very strange to us, and in a sense, like, I get the angle that you're coming from, and it looks very immoral, and it wouldn't be a thing that you're happy about whatsoever. It's the story of the sacrifice that Abraham alayhi salam did,
Hmm.
right? So this thing looks completely immoral.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What about Abraham? What he did completely immoral.
To basically kill your son, right? Or to exile your son, or to, let's say,
No, no, no.
in the
You
Bible,
see,
right,
no,
like
no. Oh, oh,
the
okay,
stuff
okay,
in the
okay.
Old Testament, right?
Hold on,
It
hold
looks
on. I
completely
know the
immoral.
Old Testament, my friend. Abraham is a believer, and
Hmm.
God is not asking him to do something immoral because his son agreed. He says, "Whatever you want." The son,
What about the
he was
Canaanites?
not. The son, he was not forced. He was not
Hmm.
forced. The father agree, the son agree, and both are believers. And God
Hmm.
himself did not agree. God did not agree to kill the son. So it was not really something immoral. It was something very moral, even though the request sound like strange. But God, He gave life to me, and God, He can take it anytime, either
Okay,
willingly or unwillingly.
decent.
You can give yourself all the execution. But here, the reason Muhammad is going after this woman is
Hmm.
sex. It's not
What
about a
about,
mission. Is it
all
about
right,
mission?
let's
Is that about mission for Allah? Why Muhammad want to take
I,
your
be-
wife?
I believe so.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
But let's make
No,
it about the
tell me,
Canaanite
no,
that were killed.
tell me. You said you believe so. Muhammad, he took the wife of his own son. What is the mission from that?
Christian, I don't know exactly what that mission is.
No, you have.
Right?
You said you think so. That means
I don't have I
you have
don't have
knowledge.
the
Well,
no,
isn't
not
it
to that
okay?
extent. I admit where I don't have much knowledge. So that's why I'm telling you I believe
All right.
so
Does it
instead of
say?
telling you I know so.
All right.
And
Okay, my friend.
I've been
I'm
trying
not
to.
going to give you. I'm not going to give you more hard time. Thank you for joining us today. Poor guy.